Hi, today we will see an AI agent designing, developing and deploying a web application starting from a textual description. The application we'll create is a document management system, classic knowledge base, and we will use as a developer platform AppifyText.ai. All you need to do is input your prompt in plain English or in another language, and what you will get is not code. What you get as output after about 30 seconds is instead a working application that you can run in a click. It's already hosted on a server, it's ready to be used. And this is a preview. What you are seeing is a preview of the application we will build. It's a responsive, multi-user, multi-language web application. We can manage documents, revisions. We have 3 different user roles with different permissions accessing our app. We have readers, authors, and moderators. The app is also easy to modify using typical no-code tools. For example, here you are seeing me editing the menu. Here I'm editing the label for a field, or I'm changing here permissions for a user role. My name is Eugenio Tacchini. I'm a computer scientist. I teach databases and data science in college. Beyond that, I'm also an entrepreneur with over 20 years of experience in developing no-code, low-code platform. And since early 2023, I've been working on the intersection of AI and no-code, low-code. And AppifyText.ai is the outcome of my work. This is the 5th episode of this series, AI Agent Builds Apps. Each time we build a different application, so subscribe if you are interested, and leave a comment if you want to propose a new app you want to be developed. Okay, so let's start. So first, visit AppifyText.ai. You need to register to the service. It's a free registration and it requires only email and password, no credit card required. I'm already logged in. If you are not registered, please pause the video and register. It takes literally a few seconds, and then log in. You will get this homepage, and here basically you will be able to describe with using a prompt your application, and then you will click here, create this app to see the application created. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the application we want to create. So we said we need a knowledge base system. So an application that organizes our company documents in a, let's say, structured way. So we need categories, we need descriptions of the documents we upload, and so on and so forth. For example, we may upload policies, procedures, guides like manual PDF, something like that. The application must support versioning, meaning that I can upload a document and then upload revisions of the document, maybe describing the changes. We need an approval system, so only if a document has been approved by a moderator, the general audience can access the document. We need search capabilities and maybe some other features we will discuss later. Okay, so first, we need to describe the application to AppifyText. I already wrote the prompt, so I'm going to copy and paste the prompt here. Normally, in the previous videos, I typed the prompt with you, but you know, to make the video a little bit shorter this time, I will just copy and paste, and then we will discuss it. Okay, I will paste here my prompt. Create an application for managing company documentation, knowledge base. So this is the general context. Here I'm describing the 3 user roles. So users can be authors, they create documents, moderators, they approve documents, or simple readers. This is the general audience. So people working in our company who just need to read, access the documents. Here I'm describing what we really need to represent. So each document has a category, a file attachment, an approved field that can only have 2 values, yes or no, and the username of the author. Obviously, I want to know who created the document. Also, each document can have multiple revisions. Each revision has a date, a description of the changes, and again, the username of the author, this time the author of the revision, and a new file attachment. Okay? So, all right, let's create this app. I missed the name. I decided to call this doc flow. All right, so create this app. Let me tell you that this is obviously just an example of application you can create with AppifyText. AppifyText is very good at creating internal tools, CRUDs, business applications, dashboard applications, but also personal applications if they are data focused. For example, in my other channel, I have another channel under my name in Italian. I uploaded a couple of videos where I created with AppifyText an application to track expenses, personal expenses, and an application to manage a collection of vinyls, just to make 2 very different examples. So now, in the meantime, AppifyText designed, developed, and deployed our application. So we just need to click here, run the app to start using it. Let's do it. Here we go. So as promised, you don't get code, you get a real application. It took 46 seconds that it can use, right now, basically. Let's see the application. We have a dashboard where we have the number of documents per category, and another chart with the approval status distribution. We have 2 documents with status no and 3 with status yes. So obviously we have the document. These are just examples with title, category, attachment, just 5 documents as examples. We have the categories. We have the revisions for each document. So I guess if I click here, I see all the data related to the document and also the revisions, for the document. So the app provides the typical CRUDs features, so create, read, update, delete. We also have inline edit, so I can just click here and do something like that to edit my data. We have search capabilities, quick search, and advanced search capabilities. We also have other features like chart generation, export to PDF, CSV. We will see some of them later. Let me just check the users. We have some users already there, ready to be used to test our application, and we have 3 groups. Well, we have the admin group that is always there, and then we have 3 groups: authors, moderators, and readers. How these tutorials, how do these tutorials work? Very easy. I'll try the typical workflow for the this context. So here I will try to add documents, add revisions, search for documents. And while I'm working with the application AppifyText created for me, I will take notes of the things that should be improved. And then we will improve we will apply some of those modifications together, okay? So first I will show you how to modify the application, and then I will also briefly show you how to export the application in case you want to export the application and use it, import it in your own hosting, in your own computer, server, laptop, wherever you want to use this application. All right. Let me just tell you something more about the general platform. Let me reload the home page. So now Docflow is here in my app library together with another application I created. So next time I will log in AppifyText, I will find Docflow. I can use it, delete it, or send feedback about this. Okay, so I will try to follow a typical workflow for this application. So documents, I will try to upload to create a new document and see if everything works as expected. Okay, so documents, create new, title, let's call it user manual, category, let's say is IT, file attachment. Okay, I already have a file here to upload. File uploaded, approved, no. Username created, add, updated, add. So here I already see a few things we should probably fix or improve. Approved, maybe approved. Here I have a document where I take notes of the improvements. Approved by default must be no. Okay. And then created at, updated at, these are useful. I think we didn't mention that in our prompt, but AppifyText decided to add them. They are useful, but they should be automatic. Okay, so created and updated at automatic. And also username user. The username of the user, here at the moment I can choose the user from the list of the existing users, but it should be automatic according to the user logged in, currently logged in. Okay, so username, author, and blah blah blah. Okay, well, let's just choose this one, and well, that's it. Okay, and save. Okay, so we have the document here. Let's see if it works. If I click here, I get this user manual. Okay, good. So let's try to add a revision. I must open the document and then add a revision here. Revision date, again, probably should be automatic as well. So this is documents and this is revisions. Created at automatic. Username user automatic. Okay, description changes. I've changed this and that. Very precise. Let's add a different version and again same user. Okay, good. Now we have a document with one revision. We can add obviously more revisions. Okay, good. Let's just check the search capabilities. We have this field, this search box is called OmniSearch. So this field cover several, this text box cover several fields, while advanced search is more granular. I can search exactly by title, by category, and so on and so forth. Let's try this. For example, let's search for marketing. All right, and remove search filter. Okay, I see that here we have also revisions calendar. All right. So basically, this is something more we didn't mention in the prompt. AppifyText for the revisions also created a calendar view where I can see the, let me check the revisions, June, May, April. So I can see in a calendar the various revisions. I don't know if it's very useful. Maybe it could be. And otherwise you can just delete this view. So basically when I see an entry in my calendar, I can just double click and see the actual revision. Okay, again, not sure if it's useful, but that's an addition. Also not sure if it's useful to have revisions as a separate menu item here. Probably we just need revisions here under each document. So the menu, so menu revision, remove revisions, reorganize items. Maybe we can organize the items in a different way. And I also think that having authors and moderators as separate tables is not very useful. Why? Well, basically these are just two extensions of what we have already here. So basically the user, Mike Smith, is an author. Okay, so we will see Mike Smith also here with a link to the related user. If you don't need more attributes, more characteristics to represent for each user, for example, here AppifyText added the department. I don't know, this might be useful, but if you don't need them, there's no reason why you should keep authors and moderators. You can just use the data directly from users here. Okay, so remove revision, remove authors and moderators, reorganize items. Okay, what else? Well, we want to change logo and improve and customize user interface. So We can change the colors, the fonts, add some icons, do something from the point of view of the UI. All right, and then very important, customize or set permissions for each user role. And 3 groups, as you know, 3 groups has been created: authors, moderators, and readers. We have some users belonging to the 3 groups. However, AppifyText did not set custom permissions for each group. We have to do it. So the idea is, so authors can add documents and revisions, but they cannot edit the what was the name, the approved field, because this is something only moderators should do. Okay, so that is authors. Moderators can do everything the authors can do, plus working on the approved field. And finally, readers can just read documents. Not only we want to add a constraint, we need for the readers this rule. Readers can only read documents having status approved. Okay, so this is something we should do. Couple of additional things we can do is our duplication checking. So when I create a new document, maybe the system should check if there is already a document having a similar title in our library, and maybe search by keywords. What does it mean? Well, maybe we can add to each document keywords that we could use during search. Okay. All right. This is a first list of improvements, but maybe we can add something more during our work. So when you want to improve an existing application, you have basically 3 options. First option is just create a different prompt, improve your prompt, and define a few more things in order to have an application that is more tailored on your needs. First option. Second option, that is the one we will use, is this one. You click on edit this app, and here we go. You will see a completely different section of AppifyText that allows you to actually work on the app you have created with the standard no-code tools. The third option is you export the application and import it in your server, in your computer. We will see how later. And not only you have, again, all this from Configurator, permissions, all these no-code tools, you will also be able to add your own PHP and JavaScript custom code if you need. All right. So let's start. Let's start with editing, app editing. So this is the dev area that you can access if you are logged in as root. Something I forgot to tell you is that when you create a new application, AppifyText automatically logged you in as root. Root is the admin user, okay? But you can log out and log in again as root or as any of the other users created. The password, the default password for all the users, including root, is Appify. So I'm not going to do that because that's just a demo, but one thing you should do is immediately change the password, the default password for the users. So root and Appify, and I get in. To change the password, you can your account here. I'm changing my own password, root, but since I'm root, I can also change the password for other users. So here I can change the password for Jane, for example. Okay, good. As root, again, I can access the dev area, so I can work on all these pages. Data, here I have my tables, and I can work on the tables where the data is stored. So for example, if I want to add a field to authors, I can do here. Or if I want to delete the authors table, I can do it from here. Then I have, well, I will show you just a few sections, because then I'll go into details. Menu, here you organize your menus, your menu. For example, we can move documents here. Okay, so it's here. Form configurator, we configure our forms. Permissions, we set permissions for our user roles, and layout, obviously we can edit the layout with a new logo, some custom CSS, some colors, setting some colors, fonts, and something like that. And yeah, we can start here if you want. We can pick up a logo. This is the logo I created. Save, let's see, doc flow, okay. And then you can change, if you want, the font, the theme, you can change the color, you can make several adjustments, okay, from here, or add your custom CSS if you know how to edit CSS, and other things we won't cover during this tutorial. One little thing I want to cover instead is the icons here. That's another way to edit, to personalize your application. Each menu item can have an icon, and we can add the icons here. So, for example, for documents, we can add a little icon here. The icons can be chosen from box icons. We need a regular icon. For example, let's search for file. Okay, so this is good. It's called file. We just need to write file here, and that's it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, so let me close this. Change logon, customize UI. Well, we can do much more, but and these are two simple examples. Approved by default must be no, and let's try to work on this. To work on this, we need to open the form configurator. In the form configurator, for each table, we can set how to render each field. So first we choose the table. Table is the documents table, right? Documents table. And we can here set the label, set the field type, set the required property, many other things. Obviously, we won't cover all of them, just a few of them. So for example, let's say that instead of category ID, so this is a list of, this is a preview of the form, the same more or less you see here. Obviously, the category is, the options you have here are taken from categories here. So if I add a new category here, I will see it here in this drop-down menu, okay? I don't like category ID. ID is pretty, technical. I just want to write to have as label category. This is the label to show. Okay, so let's remove ID, and I click enter. I press enter, and it's saved. Okay, category. All right. Then approved by default must be no. So I click on approved, default value no, right? By default is no. All right. Then username user created at updated at. Let me work with created at. So created at. Here you see the field type, We have several field types here. Text, it's normal text box. Text area is literally in HTML is called text area, is a multi-row text box. We have date, time, many of them. AppifyText created for set for created at a field type date, meaning that I can pick the date from a calendar, pop-up calendar. But instead, we have a more specific field type called insert date time. That is literally what we want. So when you insert a new document, automatically the system will fill the field with the current date. Okay, so save. And when you have an insert date time, the field disappears from the insert form because you don't need it. Updated at, we have another similar field that is called update date time. That when you update a record, a row, in this case a document, fill the field with the current date time. So again, way better. Username user. For this field, AppifyText decided to use a lookup field. So a drop-down menu showing as options all the users you have in the users table. We want to do something different. Instead of select single, we choose the ID user field type. This means that when I create a document, automatically in this field, my username, the username of the current user, is stored. Okay? And save. So this is already something better respect to our original version. But we need something more. Let's open the permissions table. Permissions table, documents. In the permissions table, for each table or custom page, we can set the permissions for each user group. For example, let's set the permission for the admin user group, the one I currently belong. I'm root at the moment. One thing you have to do, since you are using, do you remember the ID user field type? You must hide this field in the insert form. This is not done automatically. So from here, username user, you just say create no. Okay, don't show the username user field in the create, in the insert form. All right, and save. Also, probably is not very useful in the edit form as well, or maybe we can show it, but as disabled field. Let's see what this means. Let's try to create a document now. Now, you know, the form is way more compact. So let me try again. User manual. 2, let's say. IT, well, I want to add a file attachment. At the moment, we haven't set which fields are required, so we can go on. Approved is already set as no, and save. All right, so as you can see, the username of the user automatically is root, and created at and updated at are automatically set. Okay, very, very good. We should do the same for the revisions, basically, right? So documents, revisions, revision date should be insert date time. File attachment, username user should be ID user. Okay, very good. And also for permissions, revisions, we remove username user from the create form, and we make it disabled here. Okay, let's see if it works. Create a revision, yes. So description changes, test, and save. Okay, again, at the moment I can create a document or a revision without file attachment because I haven't set yet required fields, but I won't be, so it's good for testing, but I won't be able to do that later. And well, we can do that right now. So revision, file attachment, let's say, is required. Okay, and also documents, file attachment is required. Documents, okay, now file attachment is required. If I try to do something like this, I get an error. All right. Okay, let's update this. Approved by default must be no. Done. Well, this, let's use the same style here. Maybe here we can do something more. We can also remove from, well, we can do that later. Remove from the insert form the approved by field. Okay, so by default it's no, and we don't even show the field, at least for the authors, because anyway they cannot change it. Okay, well, that's a minor thing. This is also done. Menu revisions. So we want to remove revisions, authors, and moderators. Revision, authors, and moderators. Okay, so here we can just delete the table, moderators table. Done. Authors table. Done. Okay, so we have documents, categories, revisions, calendar. Then permissions. Revisions, admin, we remove the read permission. If we remove the read permissions, the revisions are not available here in the item. However, since they are linked in a so-called master detail view to another table, documents, if I have the read permission on that table, documents, I will see also the revisions. Okay. Okay. You have to think if you want to the revisions calendar in your menu, because revision calendar is a so-called view, and the permissions are separated respect to revisions. So you can remove the permissions. You can either remove the entire view. this is a view, revisions calendar. You can just delete if you don't want this on your application, okay? And what else? Well, that's it, I guess. Documents, categories, and revisions calendar. Okay. Set permissions for each user role. This is very important. Permissions from the dev area. We need to set permissions for each group. I would start with the moderators. Documents. Let's focus on documents and revisions. Well, you should do the same. You should set the permissions also for categories and revisions calendar, but I will do it just for documents and revisions. So a moderator can read, delete, edit, create, see the details, and export to CSV. So all the permissions are set to yes. Okay, that's good. That's good. This is something we will discuss later. This is table level permission, field level permission. So now we can focus on each field. The only thing I would change is the one we changed for admin as well. So the username of the user, so the creator, should be hidden from the create form and disabled in the edit form. Okay, so just to summarize here, we set the general permissions at the table level. Can I delete records from this table? Can I edit records from this table? A table document. Here, for each field of the table, I can set permissions. So the title, is the title available in the results view? This is the results view. Is the title available in the edit form, in the create form, in the details page, in the quick search form, in the advanced search form, in the CSV exported file? This is the meaning of all these parameters. Seems complex, I guess, at first, but it allows to set very granularly your permissions. Okay, that's it. And the same for revisions. Username, create no, and edit yes, but disabled. So meaning that you can see the field in the edit form. So this is the edit form. Can see the field root, but it's disabled, so you cannot change it. Okay, and save. All right, let's move to the authors. Now, what we can do is we can copy permissions from moderators to authors for all tables and custom pages. Since the app, we assume the app is not in production yet, we can, just copy the permissions. Now the authors have probably more permissions they should respect to what the permissions they should have, but now we can remove some of them. And the same for readers. Okay, so now moderators, readers, and authors have the same permissions. Let's go back to configure group permission and let's work on moderators. On authors. The only difference between an author and a moderator is, well, there are a couple of differences actually. One is the fact that they cannot, not categories but documents, they cannot edit the approved field. They cannot. Only the moderator can do that. And also we can remove the approved field from the create form. Okay. And another thing I want to do is this one. Authors can delete and edit, yes, but only their documents. The permission my, with the permission my, each author can only edit and delete the documents they created. As an author, I cannot delete a document another author created. All right? Okay. And the same for revisions. Delete my, edit my. Okay, let's move to readers. Readers can read documents, they cannot delete documents, they cannot edit document, they cannot create document, they can see the details, they can export to CSV, I don't know, maybe yes, it's up to you, and save. Okay, and I would say that's it. We don't need to work on the field permission, I would say, because the work we did on the field permissions were related to the edit and create forms, but since they cannot see the edit and create forms, there's no need to set field level permissions, right? Okay, but we need to set row level permissions. So here I can set some rules that allow readers to only see some rows, some documents. Revisions, documents. Documents only if documents. Okay, something is not working. Let me check. Okay, there was just a problem with my connection. I was saying that for readers, documents table, the approved field must be equal to custom value yes. So these people, the readers, can only see documents having approved equal to yes. All right? And that's basically everything we needed to do for setting permissions. Well, let's check if it works, everything works as expected. So let's see some users. So for example, well, let me write test. Test. Author Jane is an author. Author Jane, and then a moderator is mod Alex. Mod Alex. And the reader, let me check. Reader Anna. Okay. All right. So let me log out and log in as reader Anna, for example. Reader Anna, Appify. Okay. Documents. As you can see, I don't see all the documents. Do you remember we had 5 documents? 2 of them were not approved. I'm not seeing them. Only the approved documents. Okay. Well, we should remove revisions from. I forgot that. We should remove revisions from the menu also for the 3 groups, not only for admin. And also, I guess we should remove categories. Not very useful. Okay. I can create a document. This is not correct. Probably there was, let me check, a problem when I that networking problem when I save the permissions, I guess. So documents, group, readers. Oh, okay. Create yes, edit yes. Create no, edit no, delete no. Okay. Once again, reader Anna. Documents. I cannot create or edit or delete documents. And that's correct. Logout. Let's try with author Jane. Author Jane is an author, meaning that I can create a document. As you can see, the approved field is not here anymore because by default is yes. Sorry, it's no. And okay, correct. You don't have the authorization to modify this item because it's not mine. This item has been created by root. Okay. I am author Jane, so I guess I can edit this one instead. Correct. But I cannot change the approved field, and that's correct. Okay. So everything is working as expected, I would say. The last user group is mod Alex. And mod Alex can do everything. So, well, I can edit this, even if it's not mine. I can change the approved field. Okay. Okay, this is basically all I wanted to show you. I'm not showing you duplication checking. I will just tell you that in Form Configurator for each field you have a setting for checking duplication. I'm not showing you search by keywords. There are a few other things that I wanted to do. A couple of things were related to the user interface, and another one was related to this field, approved. So when a document is approved, so approved yes, but you upload a new revision, this should be automatically turned to no, I think. Okay, this is another improvement. Well, I'm going to save this all these additional improvements for an episode 2 of this tutorial. I don't know if I'll do that. In case you are interested in watching an episode 2 where I show these additional improvements for Docflow, just let me know. On this tutorial, I just want to show you one last thing, that is the exporting feature. So we said that the app is available on AppifyText.ai, well, as we see, but you may want to export your app to your own server, computer, internet, hosting, whatever. So, in fact, the application we created is temporarily hosted for free on AppifyText, just for 15 days, okay? And with some limitations. So, we haven't seen any of the locked features. All the features I showed you were available in the free version, but there are additional features that are locked in this free version. So after these 15 days, if you want to continue using your application, you must export the application and import it in a DaDaBIK installation. What is DaDaBIK? DaDaBIK is a no-code, low-code platform. This is the website, DaDaBIK.com. And, well, AppifyText is actually an AI layer on the top of DaDaBIK. Okay? So, basically, AppifyText uses your prompt and then in turn uses DaDaBIK to create the application. So this is a DaDaBIK application. This means that if you want to use this application in your own server or computer or laptop, you have to install DaDaBIK there and then export from here, import there. Okay, it's very simple. So to install DaDaBIK, you have to buy a DaDaBIK license. The easiest way is to start a free trial here. Basically, if you start a free trial from here, you are subscribing a monthly DaDaBIK subscription. First 30 days are free. You can cancel anytime. Also, you know, 1 day before the end of the trial, no problem. After the free trial, the cost is currently $19 per month. Okay, and that's the monthly subscription. Just to be clear, you don't need a license for each application. An enterprise license, which is the one you are getting if you start the free trial here, allows you to have 10 active applications. So 10 applications, different applications in production. All right? And you can have as many test applications as you want. All right? So that's the monthly option. If you prefer a lifetime license, then you can, from DaDaBIK.com pricing, you will see you have 3 options: Pro Edition, Enterprise Edition, and Platinum Edition, with different prices and different features. And you know, you can also do that. All right. I'm not going to show you the whole process of exporting, importing, because I discussed this already in another video. I will add in the description of this video the link to that other video, so you can watch that if you want. Yeah, I think that I said everything I wanted to say about this Docflow application. So that's it for today. See you next time. Ciao.